Today we're going to do a mock biopsychosocial assessment based on a high school student. For the purpose of this mock, I will be the school social work while my partner Jillian will be the student. So let's start. My name is Kimberly. What's your name?
I am Maria.
Hi Maria, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Very good. Thank you for asking. Maria is a really common name. Am I saying it right, Maria?
Yep.
Okay, so today, for the purpose of today, I will be your social work. Before we start, I do want to let you know that I am a mandated reporter, meaning that anything like harming yourself or harming others, I will have to report it. Um, is that okay with you?
Yep. That's okay.
Okay, great. If you are not, I will ask you a couple questions. If you are not comfortable with, answering them, that's completely okay. You could tell me I don't feel like answering it, I don't feel comfortable, and we'll move right next to the next one, okay? I don't want you to feel any pressure or anything like that.
Okay.
Okay, so today I will be asking you a couple questions and you will be telling me what's going on and how you're feeling, just so we could get a better understanding and to find, to get to the bottom of the resources that you will need and how I can help you best.
Okay. That sounds good.
Okay, great. So what brings you in today?
So I'm really nervous to be here today because you're actually the first person I'm telling this, but I'm 17 and I just found out I'm pregnant and I'm freaking out. I don't know what to do.
Well, the first step was to speak to someone and I applaud you for coming to me and, having the courage to speak up on how you're feeling and what's going on. Can you tell me a little bit more about what's going on?
Yeah, so I'm in high school right now. I was with the baby's father for not a very long period of time, but I found out I was pregnant and I'm really nervous to tell my family, to tell my dad. He's a single father. My mom's not really in the picture. She hasn't been for a long time. So, and also the baby's father. We're not dating anymore, and I'm scared to tell him as well.
So, you know, so tell me if I'm wrong. So you're telling me that you're having like problem communicating with your parents and you're scared of telling them what's going on. And your dad and the baby's father doesn't know, so you feel overwhelmed of everything that's going on, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. And based on what you're telling me, I would like for you to tell me, how do you think I could best support you today?
So I really just need a support. I just need someone to talk to because this is all new to me and no one knows. Maybe figuring out a way to tell my dad or maybe like just telling me where to start. I'm only 17. I don't know.
Right. I definitely understand your frustration and overwhelming. I also want to let you know that if you see me looking down, I'm writing notes just to keep track of everything that you're telling me. So later on, I can always refer back to them and, go from there. Okay.
Yeah.
So I do want to ask you a couple questions. Just, if you feel any type of way, like I said before, please just let me know. Okay. Um, so we will start, we'll ask you questions about like how you're feeling, family support, um, relationships, and things like that. Okay.
Yeah.
So I do want to start by asking you, how was your life growing up?
My life was um relatively normal. Like I said, my dad was a single dad, so he wasn't in the picture too often. I guess I was the big support person for me, my sister. I have a younger sister right now. She's in middle school. And I guess without my mom, it was a little tough with all the girl things girls go through growing up, but um I was relatively happy overall as a child.
Do you feel like you have a close relationship with your dad and your sister?
I do. My father values family a lot, and he really uh, taught us that growing up. So I do love them so much.
So that's something amazing that you have that good relationship and foundation with your father. So later on, when it's time, to speak to him, that will be something that we know that it won't, it won't go wrong because he loves you. I'm guessing, you guys have a good relationship, so that's really good. Um, so I just want to ask you a couple questions about the pregnancy, just so I know that you're feeling okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you seen any doctor? Are you having any like morning sickness or things like that?
I haven't seen a doctor because I'm scared of the doctor will judge me because I'm so young. But I have been feeling sick and I have had concerns about that because I don't know what I'm supposed to feel right now. I don't
Right.
even know how far along I am, honestly. I just found out I'm pregnant, so I don't know. I think I'm like only a couple weeks or so, but I'm really not too sure.
Okay, so from what it sounds like, it's like you don't have an idea of what being pregnant is or what you, and the resources that you might need. So that's something that I could definitely help you with, like looking for a doctor and resources like that.
Great.
Okay, we will talk about that later on. I just want to make sure that I have, all the questions answered that I will need to help you um in the future. I know you said that you've been sick. How are you taking care of yourself?
So I guess I haven't really been. I've been scrolling on my phone a lot. I like TikTok. Uh, I haven't really been exercising. I loved volleyball in high school, and then up until I found out I was pregnant, I played all the time. But now everything's changing, and I don't like the way I look, and it's just a lot.
It must be hard, not being able to play a sport that you really love. And that was something that probably helped you release stress. And now it's like you're pregnant, you can't even do that. So it must be really hard.
Yeah,
Um, so I just want to make sure that you're feeling okay,
yeah.
besides the morning sickness and things like that. Have you been sleeping, eating?
I haven't really been eating because I've been feeling sick, but I have been sleeping a lot. I haven't really been going to school because I'm so tired, and I'm just feeling a little down about the whole thing. And then I feel down about feeling down because I don't want to view this child as an accident per se, but he or she wasn't in my future. Like,
Right. So would you say that, being pregnant has affected schoolwork and your attendance?
yes, definitely.
And
I
how do you feel about like not being able to play volleyball anymore? Is that something that you will want to pursue later on in the future?
Yeah, I was looking at to go to college for volleyball. Honestly, I do like to play, and I'm pretty good at it.
I love that. I used to play volleyball when I was in high school as well, so I know how it feels.
Yeah.
Um, just to, just before I continue asking you questions, I just want to make sure that you're feeling okay. Is there anything that you want to ask me?
No, I'm okay right now.
Okay, so we will continue with the questions. How do you feel about being pregnant? Being a pregnant teenager could be hard and difficult to.
Yeah, I don't feel great about it. I mean, all my best friend's a year older than me, and she just started college this year, and I had all these plans to visit her and go out with her and go to these new parties and stuff. And now my future is baby bottles and not graduating high school, maybe. I don't know. I just want to get through high school at this point.
Right, right. Well, I love that you're motivated and that you do want to complete high school. A lot of the time, a lot of girls your age that are in the same similar situation, they drop out because they don't have no, support, family support, or someone that's willing to push them and, walk through this journey with them.
Yeah.
Um, do you feel like you've been feeling different emotions, like being stressed, anxious, or like how do you feel?
I feel a lot of emotions. I don't know if it's being pregnant or it's just being a teenager, but some days I just don't want to get out of bed because I'm riddled with anxiety.
It must be hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot to do on your own. Do you have like any like coping mechanisms and things that could help you deal with the stress or like and feeling anxious?
Like I said, I guess I play on my phone a lot. I like TikTok. I like Instagram. But also then maybe that's not the best coping because I look at all these people I follow and they're going to be living their best life, going to college, and I'm stuck at home with a
Right. Besides like volleyball, is there anything else that you're like interested in that we could probably use as like a coping mechanism?
yeah. I like reading. I like
Okay, I love that. Reading could be really helpful and informational.
yeah.
Right. All right. So further, we're gonna go to the next question. Do you feel like you have someone that you could talk to about your pregnancy? I know you say you don't feel comfortable with your dad and then the baby's father. Is there anybody else that you feel like you could talk to?
My guidance counselor in high school was a big support for me throughout high school. I guess she kind of was like a mothering role in a way for me. So she's someone I trust.
Okay. I love that. Now we know that you have someone that you could, rely on for now
Right.
until we speak with your father and things like that. Um, how do you, I know you said that your dad is very, what's that word?
He just works a lot and he's
Right.
very family oriented.
So, I know you said that he's, like you mentioned, he's very family oriented. How do you feel like he's gonna react to you being pregnant?
So my father is an immigrant, so he came over here from Mexico before I was born, and he really, like I said, he really taught us the value of family. So I think I'm more nervous that he's going to be disappointed and upset and angry with me for having sex at such a young age.
Right.
Um, I don't think he's going to. I don't know. I don't know if he'll kick me out because I'm almost 18. I don't know if he'll take it positively in some small way. So
Right.
that's my biggest fear.
Right. Well, that's something that we could definitely touch on later on. But I just, the last couple questions, I just want to ask about the baby's father, if that's okay with you.
Yeah,
What's
that
your relationship with him?
so we're friendly, like we have the same friends and everything, but I wouldn't consider him my friend. He
Um,
I think we broke up from not having the same things in common. So it wasn't necessarily a bad breakup, but we're just like we're not really friends anymore.
right. Do you feel like he would want to be involved in the baby's life?
I'm hopeful he would. He was a nice guy. We weren't right for each other.
Right. So I don't, I have another session coming, so I just wanna maybe if you're okay, we could do a second session and we could include your dad and maybe possibly the baby's father, just so we can all have a conversation. And just so your father feels a little bit more involved, we could also include like a Hispanic social work, just so he feels, that his feelings are validated and that he could have like another support like for himself. Would that be okay with you?
Yeah, I like that idea. I'm feeling a little better with that to start.
Okay, yeah, we would also speak about the resources and things like that based on like what we spoke about today. So I would email you on your email and I will send you, we could communicate through there. We could agree on a date that works for everybody.
Okay, I think that sounds good. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Maria. We'll stay in touch, okay?
All right, have a good day.
You too.